Hi guys, it's Tamara. I'm back with another video today. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. We are going to talk today about traumatic relationships, but it's going to be more specifically about having a traumatic relationship with your parent. Can you love your abusive parent? And if so, what does that entail? So we're going to jump into that. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. For those who are subscribed, thank you so much for your comments and participation on the channel. I really do appreciate that. And for those of you who are not subscribed, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button right over here so that you can stick around with us as we talk about mental health. We've been talking now for the past 4 weeks about trauma, and we're going to be wrapping up this topic on Friday so that in April we can start a brand new topic that we're going to pick and pull apart over the month of April. All right, so the benefits for you today in this video is that you're going to learn about abusive parents and what that looks like, and then I also want to give you some information on how you can begin to love your abusive parent, or at least get to a place of acceptance for yourself. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and jump right in. So when you think of the relationship between you and your parent, what comes to mind? What comes to mind for you? Do you hear yourself say something positive about your parent? Do you hear yourself say something negative about your parent? Do you hear yourself kind of run away from the topic altogether? Do you find yourself kind of withdraw and shut down? I don't really want to talk about my parent because I don't feel that, you know, they can actually help me. I don't feel that they love me, right? I don't feel that they actually mean something to me. Or do you have a parent who was abusive to you as a child and yet now has completely changed how they interact with you? If so, you are certainly not alone. I have a lot of clients that come to see me who are adolescents, adults, and adults in later adulthood who have struggled with their parent growing up, but as the adult had a better life with their parent. And that was for a variety of reasons. I apologize, guys, for that noise. You know, they became a little bit more bonded to their parent, and the parent became a little bit more bonded to them at adult stage. And that's possible, right? It can happen. Everybody grows up. Everybody's different. The dynamic is a little bit different. But I want to point out 3 different parental styles that has a direct influence on your relationship with your parent as an adult, okay? The first parental style, and I have talked about this on this channel, so I'm going to post a video that I did before on this because I'm not going to, you know, delve deep into this. I'm just going to do like a quick review with you. But the first parental style that can be abusive and neglectful is permissive parenting. And the whole idea behind permissive parenting is that, you know, this was a parent who just brought you into the world and they give you the basic necessities sometimes. But they don't talk with you. They don't explore things with you. They don't allow you to hold conversations with them. Stay in a child's place, right? Don't talk to the adults kind of thing. They may also stay in the room all day. They may get high, do drugs, use alcohol. They may party, date, right? They put the child on the back burner while they continue to live their own life. Very permissive, very careless. Do parents like this love their children? Yes. Do they have the ability to care for them? Absolutely not. All right. So that's a permissive, neglectful parent. The next one is authoritarian. And an authoritarian parent is really bossy, dominating, controlling, maybe verbally and physically abusive, may even sexually abuse as well. They're all about power and control and authority, right? Be quiet. I don't care what you have to say or think. That's the kind of mentality that an authoritarian parent has. I like to tell my kids, when I talk to my kids about their parents and I say, that's an authoritarian parenting style, I call it the Hitler-like parenting tool, right? Because you very much are like Hitler. I don't care what you think and feel and believe. Do as I say, not as I do. Do as I say and be quiet kind of mentality. All right, so that's an authoritarian parent. The third parent that I talk a lot about on this channel is authoritative. An authoritative parent is very balanced, right? They have love for you and yet boundaries as well. They also know how to respect you, accept your beliefs and your views about life. They have boundaries with you, and you very much have to respect their values and their ethics, but they also respect and value you as well, right? That's the kind of parent that I have. That's the kind of parent that a lot of children develop very well under, right? Those parents who love their kids and yet have boundaries at the same time. Very realistic and flexible boundaries, but they are boundaries nonetheless, all right? So those are the three typical patterns of parenting that we see as psychologists, but that we also see as a society, right? So what happens when your parent goes far beyond that and begins to abuse you, right? They're too authoritarian and they're permissive all at the same time. So what do? Well, for the most part, you either shut down, get into gangs or bad relationships, right? You do drugs or alcohol, and you find some way to live your life and feel some kind of happiness and security wherever you can find it, right? So let's say you have a parent who's like this, right? They are neglectful, they are cruel, they are authoritarian, they are careless, they don't give you the emotional things that you need, the psychological stimulation that you need. So then you are traumatized by their behavior. Maybe they're physically abusive. Maybe they were a fallen down, very, very severe alcoholic. Maybe you saw them shoot drugs up. Maybe you saw them, sleeping around with a variety of men. Maybe you saw a rape. Whatever it is that has traumatized you, right? Whatever it is that this parent has done that has traumatized you, it has caused flashbacks, it has caused depression, it has caused anxiety, it has caused suicidal thoughts, maybe attempts, right? What do you do to begin to accept and kind of coast with the reality that you have a parent like this? It is so hard for me to talk to clients who are in this space. But there is some hope, and there are 8 things that I discuss with my clients to kind of help them see that acceptance of having a parent like this is possible. And the first thing is empathy. The way that I want you to kind of look at your parent is from an empathetic lens, right? From an empathetic lens. And what I mean by that is being able to put yourself in the shoes of your parent. So let's say you had an alcoholic mother. You absolutely hate your mother. Some of my clients do. You absolutely can't stand your parent because of what they put you through, because of their drunken behavior, because of watching them vomit and stagger, right? And the smell of alcohol on their breath disgusts you, right? Or, the smell of marijuana and methamphetamine, paraphernalia all over the place, whatever it is that you saw, white powder, right? Whatever it is, it comes back up in your immediate environment or in your immediate consciousness as a flashback. What can you do to move past that? Attempt to put yourself in that parent's shoes. Why were they doing it? Well, let's look at this. Maybe there was a divorce that they couldn't handle. Maybe they were also abused by their own parent. Maybe they had a chronic medical condition and was depressed and didn't know how to get it fixed or treated appropriately. Maybe they were depressed as a single parent, didn't know which way to go, couldn't find a better job, couldn't meet the bills half the time, could not provide appropriately. Maybe some other things kind of happened and went on that caused them to run towards alcohol, to cause them to run towards drugs as something to help them cope, right? So empathy is putting yourself in that other person's shoes and being able to step back emotionally and objectively look at the situation. Empathy. The next thing, right, that I want you to think about is faith and spiritual knowledge can help you accept where you're at with your parent today. Okay, so what I mean by that is having some kind of acknowledgement that It's okay that you have gone through what you have gone through. Kind of having spiritual knowledge and an existential mindset that we are all in this together. And some of us can cope well, while other times we can't cope very well at all, right? And sometimes we